It all comes together in an all-new Pokemon adventure. Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon.
Alright, what is up YouTube? It's RSMario, and I can finally officially say I am bringing you a Pokemon Generation 7 video. Let's go! Alright, so of course, unless you've been living under a rock or possibly at work like me, you missed the Pokemon Sun and Moon announcement back on Friday. And I'll have to say, my god, I'm freaking hyped, man. This channel was birthed out of the lead up to ORAS, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I wasn't doing Zelda videos or Fire Emblem videos or anime or anything like that. This was all Pokemon all day. And so when they announced a new Pokemon, my gosh, man, I get freaking hyped, yo. And I can't wait to start just, doing like speculation. And just that is what I like to do. I love speculating and just theorizing on things, and I definitely love to do it on Pokemon. So let's hop on into this. So the Nintendo Direct the Pokemon Direct, which we rarely ever have, it was only about 6 minutes long, which was kind of disappointing a lot of people. And then in the 6 minutes, we really didn't get anything much about Pokemon Sun and Moon, which kind of disappointed a lot of people. But I'm like, hey, they told us the games were coming out. Now let's theorize, man. Let's speculate, man. That's the fun part. That is probably one of the most fun parts of the announcement of a new Pokemon game, is speculating. What's this? What type of Pokemon's gonna be in there? What's the type of the Pokemon? What's the story gonna be about? That kind of thing is, I freaking love it, man. And that is what we're gonna do here. So the video, it does get you with the feels. It gets you with like when that kid had the big brick Game Boy, he was playing Pokemon. I was like, man, I remember those days. I had literally my first ever gaming experience. Like my first game console that I had was one of those brick Game Boys, and my first two games were Tetris and Pokemon Blue. So yeah, the nostalgia was all there, man. But they did kind of give us some tidbits on Pokemon Sun and Moon. So let's hop into those now. I got some screenshots. I couldn't put the video into this video because I already got one copyright claim from Nintendo for the Fire Emblem list, and I really don't want to tangle with Nintendo again. So, yeah, so I'm going to go all screenshots here. So the first one we have is a storyboard, and it looks like the inside of the new Pokemon Center / Pokemart. In the bottom, we can see the schematics, or it looks like a lead up to, a full-on 3D model. And then of course we have the inside of what seems like a coffee shop or a shop of some kind. Maybe, maybe Pokemarts will take on a different appearance depending on where you are, instead of always looking the same. We have, a phone booth, so that confirms time travel. We got Time Lords now. Next we get the outside of the Pokemon Center, and I'm not sure what this black box is. I'm not quite sure what that is at all. But we get the outside view, and the interesting thing about this is a full 360 degree render of a Pokemon Center, and the significance of this means that we might actually be able to completely run around this Pokemon Center. So maybe buildings will get a complete render instead of just rendering the front of the building. And of course, it could. I doubt they're gonna just they're doing this just to have the front of the building, because usually in like 3D animation, you don't waste resources on something you're not really gonna see. Then here's another thing we have: is this truck. Alright, so this truck we actually see a couple times in a couple different locations. But we'll get to that later. You get to see a Pokemon ambulance, which I'm hoping this is a mobile Pokemon Center. because that would be interesting. Because that would kind of lend, like, that would basically say that this is going to be a really big world, and if there is a lot of space between you and the next city or town with a Pokemon Center, a mobile Pokemon Center just in the middle of nowhere would kind of like help you. You know, you'll be able to kind of go up there, heal your Pokemon, and maybe, you know, get some items or whatever so you can continue on your journey. Or if you're out training, you know, a mobile Pokemon Center will be out there where you can kind of stock up and go back and continue leveling up. Then we have the fire truck, which has a Blastoise. I'm like, this kind of stuff is awesome because it kind of like brings the Pokemon world to life, you know. And it's kind of like, oh, there's no regular fire trucks, we got Blastoise, you know. I mean, like, see, that's pretty cool. And this is the picture of what could be a Pokemon gym, or it could be some sort of hotel or something. I'm thinking this is a hotel. This looks way too grandiose to be one gym. Like, this gym leader is like mad important if his gym looks like this. Like, seriously. This is probably a hotel. A lot of people say it does look like the Raffles Hotel in Singapore. And there's a couple of other Singapore references, like the palm trees and the tropical setting, and the another picture we're going to see a little bit later. But then in the other side, we actually see that freaking truck again, and it's at a motel this time. And the theory I have with the truck is the truck could be like a fast travel system. Like, if you remember in Skyrim, you remember there was always like a dude with like a carriage, or, you know, he'll like take you from city to city. This could be something like that. You know, this could be like the guy in Skyrim with the carriage. You know, where, you know, you can find this guy with the truck and he can give you a ride from place to place if you want to walk or fly, or at least until you get fly. You know, then we have the inside of what could be the motel, or it could be the Pokemon, the big hotel thing. We also have what looks like another inside picture because it has a water tank there, which kind of leads me to believe that this could be a Pokemon gym. And then we have another close-up pic of the hotel, or whatever this could be. And you see a pic of a guy right there, which is probably a stand-in for what the actual trainer is going to be, since they have about a year, depending on when this game comes out, to actually, you know, make the game. Maybe they don't have an actual model or actual like art for the trainers yet, so maybe these two are stand-ins. Of course, we see some water Pokemon referenced here. We got Horsey, we got Spheal, Staryu, Chinchou. So a lot of interesting things going on here that says it could be a water gym. And then probably the biggest part for me anyway is a new Pokemon. Like, we got here a hummingbird Pokemon. Hopefully it's like the bird of the region, because I would totally rock a hummingbird Pokemon. Like, I would do it in a heartbeat. Like, but yeah, he, you know, it's a render. We see him opening it. We see it opening its wings, and then we get to see a render of them putting some color on it. So yeah, interesting stuff going on here. But yeah, man, I mean, like, Pokemon Sun and Moon. I mean, this is about what we have. Next, we have the theories. I can't wait. So in the coming weeks, I will be doing some theory videos on what we could or could not see in the game. I might even throw a top 8 in there. But man, it's Pokemon time. It's that time, people. So that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my my top 8 Fire Emblem videos, Fire Emblem characters video. I finally got that one from the fans' choice out there, so check that out. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep it real.